It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music and entertainment commentary and breakdowns. All right, as y'all can see, we're about to have a little Let's Talk session. Y'all see Coi Leray there. We got Glorilla there. We got an unfamiliar face there, also by the name of Chey. That's Method Man's daughter. She has a really dope freestyle with Sway in the Morning that I want to go over today. We've already ran the checks and made sure that everything is clear. We are good to go, at least for the moment. If it happens to be an issue later, y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to take that shit the fuck out. Anyway, we also have a couple star players up there, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Latto, and Nicki Minaj. And we're about to show you exactly why, because Glorilla has a new interview out where she talks about her inspiration in hip-hop, those that inspired her, give her influence that she looks to, and that is the star-studded cast that she looks at for inspiration. So we're going to go ahead and play the audio of Glorilla talking about them, what she likes about each of them, and then we're going to move on into the show, all right? So let's get into that, shall we? Cool.
Was anybody you was inspired by, male or female?
One female rapper who I feel like just rap good as fuck, who I relate to the most. I'm gonna say the female rapper, and this not because I got a song with it. It's Megan. I always say this.
Who?
Megan.
Megan? Yeah, I fuck with Megan hard.
I relate to her more. Like she more street than everybody. Cardi and Nicki, they don't ones. Latto really hard. I really think Latto hard as fuck. Like honestly, Latto hard as fuck to me.
Was anybody you was inspired by?
All right. So there you have it. She says she's inspired by Megan Thee Stallion the most. She relates to her the most, right? So out of the ladies that are currently doing it, she's listening to her the most, getting, you know what I'm saying, seeing what's going on, which makes a lot of sense because they're working together. They're on tour. She probably can see her work ethic now that they're spending more time together. You know what I'm saying? Everything that goes into the Megan Thee Stallion business, especially as an independent artist today. She's been independent all year doing her shit. So I can see why that makes sense. Like, a lot of people don't like to give people credit, but when you get a glimpse behind the scenes and see what everybody is doing to uphold their career, and then you see people that are excelling doing what other people aren't, it definitely makes you respect them on a totally different level. She also said Cardi B and Nicki Minaj in the same breath, which of course she's remaining consistent on that because on her album, she also made reference to the fact that she would love to see Cardi and Nicki Minaj put the beef aside, do a song, break records, get to this motherfucking manyan and everything like that. So that makes sense. And to be honest, I'm at a point where I would love to see it as well. I've talked about this before on my channel. I've said that I wish that that they could bury the hatchet, that their fan bases could also do the same, that they could come together, make some hit records, character, personality, all that shit aside, whatever the fuck issue y'all had in 2018, man, it's 2024, dog. It's been 6 years. Y'all want to keep fighting, bickering, going back and forth, trying to outshine each other for the rest of y'all careers? Is that the narrative y'all want? Because the shit is getting played. You know what I'm saying? I can't even talk about one without the other fan base coming on here just blindly hating, right? It makes absolutely no sense. And at the end of the day, that shit is exhausting. Right? So hopefully at some point we'll see it. May not be no time soon. Maybe by 2026 we may get it. You know what I mean? And then she talked about Latto. She said Latto is hard. Latto is really hard. I think because Latto has a mixture of feminine and harder music, I think that definitely makes sense for Glo because she's also on that same wave. She's not really on this like girly girl thing, but she is trying to add a little bit more sex appeal to her image, which all of these women have, you know, pretty much mastered the art of trying to promote their craft while at the same time promoting, you know, a fantasy in terms of the image, right? So all of that lines up. In other Glorilla news, her song with Megan Thee Stallion, Wannabe, is in the Billboard charts. It's at number 11 as of right now. So we'll see if it cracks the top 10. You know what I mean? It made its debut at number 11. It's only been out for a couple weeks. It seems that people are really rocking with it. That Megan Thee Stallion challenge where everybody twerking and popping their ass to it is definitely carrying. Unfortunately, she can't take it as far as she would like. Glorilla also talked about the fact that she can't promote her music on TikTok right now. So I think if it's at number 11, just off of really Instagram and Twitter, just imagine what it would be able to do if it was on TikTok going crazy the way that it's supposed to be. You know, unfortunately, so many artists, so many labels, so many subsidiaries have gotten caught in the midst of that universal issue with TikTok. I hate it. You know what I mean? I love the fact that Universal standing on business with them niggas, because if you ain't paying us what we feel we deserve and what you owe us, you not gonna get away with that shit. But on the same token, there's so many people that are collateral damage along the way, and that part I feel for everybody in that instant. So here's Glorilla talking about that situation, you know, from her perspective.
One thing I'm mad about, y'all, I'm mad because I can't use TikTok to promote my shit. I'm mad y'all can't make TikToks to my music, man. I'm mad about that. One thing I'm mad about, y'all,
I thought she was gonna say a little bit more, but that's what we got from Glo. So shout out to her, wishing her all the best in her endeavors, hoping that this tour goes swimmingly for her. Hopefully she's able to expand her fan base, take things further. And remember, that project that she has out right now, Everything, is only a mixtape. There's still an album on the way. So we may actually get another dose of Glorilla music before the year is out. Hopefully she can pipe up and, pause no Diddy, and, you know, continue to rise from there. All right, so that's Glo. Now let's get into Coi Leray. You know what I mean? She was just out here on live talking to the fans, having a good old time. And apparently, Adrien Broner took it upon himself to jump in her DMs. Well, not the DMs, actually jump in the comments on her live and start trying to shoot his shot. You understand what I'm saying? So Coi Leray didn't take all that kindly to his proposition, I suppose, and found both of them in a viral situation. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with Coi and Adrien Broner.
So it's not like I didn't eat all day. I nibbled at it though. I had a bad hangover this morning. I nibbled at the breakfast. The bacon didn't taste like Canadian bacon. Trying to bag me on an Instagram live is fucking crazy. Like, dead ass. Get the fuck on. Okay? Go on the fuck head. Okay? I'm not interested. Like, that's fucking corny. The fuck? What are we doing here? I'm getting the fuck off. Go look at my post. I'm about to post my cover. Bye, y'all.
So that's Coi. She said, oh, wow, trying to bag me on Instagram Live. That's corny. That's lame. Get the fuck out of here. And it made her expedite her exit off of the IG Live. I thought this was interesting because I don't know why celebrity niggas would do shit like this. I mean, I guess it works for some ladies. Some ladies are enamored by that. They get excited. But any woman that's worth a grain of salt, I'm just saying, I hope nobody takes offense. Hopefully none of y'all got bagged off IG Live. But any woman that's worth a grain of salt ain't going to have you in her comments talking about some I'm on your body in a fucking IG Live. Come to my fight on this day or come on me. You know, not like that. No Diddy. But you could be there on me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you could have sent a message. Like in the industry, there's definitely a decorum. There's definitely a way that you can reach out to somebody you're interested in and be able to convey that. You could even reach out to their people. You know, that's how a lot of celebrities have hooked up. Somebody make a call through another person, say, yo, let them know I would like to take them out. You know, it could be any fucking combination of the two or however many explanations I just gave y'all that you could go through in order to accomplish what you were going for. I first saw this in a viral tweet earlier today from this lady, Celebrity, aka Daphne. She's very much like a very male-identified lady. She goes up for niggas all the time, you know, and sometimes I appreciate it. Sometimes I think she's way out of her jurisdiction. So she said in her tweet, she said, this is why men are getting their passports, right? So she's comparing this interaction between Coi Leray and Adrien Broner as to why men are getting their passports, the passport bros that are going overseas to date women or find women to bring back to the States that end up jugging their ass once they get back. But we'll get to that in a minute. She says, this is why men are getting their passports. Coi Leray was disrespectful. They get tombstone-sized teeth, fake lips, a dehydrated wig, a filter, and forget where they came from. Her attitude was for no reason. This is why men don't approach women. They love to reject you out loud to please the sisterhood. Music is subpar acting like this. Now, Miss Daphne, I could go the low way and put you on the Summer Jam screen and show, you know, your physical attributes. But that's not what we're here for, you know what I mean? And I'm not understanding why you decided to take aim at Coi's just because you didn't agree with the way she handled this situation. It's not like she was, she didn't say, oh, you ugly as shit, nothing like that. She basically said, bro, that's not the way to approach me. I'm not interested. I don't want to know. I'm getting the fuck off of here because let's be honest. Randoms in the comments are going to do shit like that. Those niggas that y'all saw in the comments with the no photo, C Breezy 475, all these motherfuckers like that, they're going to say random shit. They're going to be lusty. They're going to have, you know, those types of comments. But someone, a colleague of some sort in the industry, in the entertainment business, perhaps you wouldn't expect somebody to be looking thirsty in your comments and think it's flattering. And for her to say, trying to bag me on Instagram Live is crazy, dead ass, get the fuck on, I'm not interested. I don't think that's unfair. You came at me in a public forum with a proposition in front of everybody. You thought you was going to corner me. And some people may say, oh, bro, what the fuck? Oh, bro, what the fuck? Get over it. Get some sense about yourself. You probably the one sending that whack ass shit to somebody else thinking it's finna work. Right? Best of wishes to you. But, like, if that's not how she likes to be proposed to or propositioned, guess what, man? When you approach a woman, the ball is in her court. She can say yes. She can say no. She can say, why you approaching me with them dirty ass shoes? Get your wardrobe right before you approach me. I don't like that you got food in your teeth trying to talk to me. I don't date guys with gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should have got a lineup, got your dreads fixed before you came up talking to me. There's so many different ways that a woman could say not interested. And the ball is in her court at that point, especially when you approach her. There's different ways. You can say, hey, how you doing? I'd love to take you out. What's your name? Where you from? Blah, 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 blah. He didn't do none of that. He knew where she was from. She knows her name. But he also knows how to get in contact with her, I bet you 1,000%, rather than being in the comments. You want to promote your fight and also be on her body, quote unquote. It's not working, right? So from there, we got a lot of people that wanted to shit on Coi Leray. I mean, look at this. Listen to this shit again. They get tombstone-sized teeth, which I'm all for clowning motherfuckers with them goddamn chicolets. But damn, fake lips, dehydrated wig. Her wig wasn't even dehydrated. I mean, but I don't think Daphne wears wigs, you know. Personal preference, that's cool. But shitting on somebody that does is weird. You say a filter and forget where they came from. Her attitude was for no reason. Perhaps her attitude was because she was talking to her fans, trying to be transparent about what she had coming up. And it's a nigga being thirsty in her comments that she already know, probably already shot his goddamn shot and she turned him down. But you want to say her attitude was no reason. This is not why men don't approach women. This is why men need to learn how to be a little bit more sensible when you're interested in a woman. Why not find an avenue where y'all can meet on an even playing field where you're not reaching out to her in front of thousands of people that are watching, trying to put her on the spot? How about that? Then you're going to say her music is subpar as if you've done, you know what I mean? We could, nah. You got that, you got that lady investigated and shit like that. So I ain't going to go too hard on you, Miss Queen of Accountability, but please don't ever talk about dating or looks unless you want somebody to come talk about your dating history and your looks in a way that's, you know what I'm saying? When you come for people in this format that you did, you open yourself up to a whole nother lane of conversation that I don't think you want. Just my opinion, right? But to kind of jump off of that, kind of piggyback off of that, I also saw a viral clip earlier, and Coi Leray also came out. Let me get to that real quick before we move forward. She came out and tried to smooth everything over, tried to, you know, because it got out there kind of fast. So she says, I wasn't trying to be harsh. However, I hope he wins his fight and many more, just to clean it up, because she ends up finding herself, you know, in some very critical situations where people talk down on her. Sometimes it's justified. Sometimes I don't believe so. Today, I don't think it was. But, you know, again, people talking about this is why guys get passports. This is why guys need to get their fucking nuts out of the goddamn hamper, right? If you can't handle rejection, you shouldn't be putting yourself out there in the first place. Build it up. You're going to get rejected. You're going to get side, you know what I mean? You go on Tinder, you go on one of these motherfucking sites, whatever you on. I don't know what y'all using these days. I've been out the game for 5 years. Whatever you go on, if a motherfucker got to swipe left or right, somebody going to swipe left. Somebody going to swipe away from your ass, right? So in any format you go through, you're going to have to deal with rejection in some format. And again, once you put the ball in that other person's court, they don't got to acquiesce to your personal feelings, especially when you put them in a pressure situation. Best of luck to y'all. So again, I saw this other clip earlier today, and it asked the question. It says, well, it didn't ask a question. It actually made a statement. It says, single ladies, stay single, especially if you're starting a new business and or a new endeavor. Men are toxic. So it's this lady asked Tiffany T that's going viral on TikTok and Twitter. And in this video, which I'm going to play some of the audio from, she gives details on her perception as to why a woman that wants to be focused in life, a woman that wants to enjoy life, should stay single, not get married and not be with a man. Clearly, she's probably single herself, but let's hear what she has to say as an explanation for that, you know, because maybe Coi Leray is on that wave, perhaps. We don't know.
Who really need to hear this, but I'm going to be honest with you. If you really, ladies, if you really trying to be successful in your business, or you got a new endeavor that you trying to pursue, the best thing you can do is stay single. I promise you, as a living witness, 100% of the women that I know personally. Now, if I don't know you, if I don't have your number in my phone, I can't pull up on you, we don't talk, I'm not talking to you. But 100% of the married women that I know are miserable. 100? Okay? For whatever reason they choose to stay or whatever, I know for a fact the women that I know, miserable. I just had somebody, a married woman, in my car, and all they doing is she arguing with her husband. Get off the phone with him. She complaining about him. Statistics. Because it's always a man that get on here, that's why you single. When a man tell you that's why you single, take it as a compliment. Okay? Straight up. Because statistics, I don't really like to quote statistics because all of that stuff don't matter to me. I know my reality. But statistics show that the happiest people are married men and single women.
Would love to know where she's getting her statistics that she don't like using are coming from. I'll let you continue though.
Majority of the burden of your marriage is going to fall on the wife. I don't want to hear shit, none of that about you men. First of all, if you got a good woman, a lot of y'all do not appreciate her. You know, but I'm telling you from what I've seen and from my own experience as just taking the time out to be single after my relationship, I would not have been as successful as I am in my business, my new business ventures that I have, if I was in a relationship.
Let's go ahead and stop it there, Miss 100%. You know how many married women or spoken for women in this world have successful businesses without breaking it off, without saying I'm not interested in being with somebody? Where was your business at when you were in the relationship with this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was he holding back that you were not able to do, right? Were you not able to travel? Were you not able to spend late nights out hanging out with people, you know, that potentially wanted to take you on dates while giving you business propositions? What is it that you were missing out on in being in this relationship? Or was the nigga just running amok in your life and you want to blame it on all men and because he wasn't supportive of your business? Maybe he didn't see the vision for your business and now you feel as though he was holding you back, right? Which he probably likely was to a degree. I don't know your life, but to make this blanket statement, to project this type of energy out and try to give people advice, this is preposterous. This is asinine. This is some bullshit, right? Now, just as I was just criticizing Adrien Broner and niggas that don't have no type of decorum, self-control, or just, you know, self-awareness on how you approach somebody, I gotta say the same thing for people with this type of mentality, right? The self-awareness aspect. What was it about you and your character and what you had going on, or the man that you chose that was holding you back, right? Because if he didn't display those types of things early on, I would like to believe he did. So you chose to stay and go through that. We all see the signs, man. We all get fucked up. We all get thrown off our path. But that takes for us to internalize and say, you know what? That was my mistake. I allowed that shit, right? And you can say they was a fuck nigga. You can say they are what they are, because that's what they are. But again, why would you give out this type of advice when you know so many of these people out here, not just women, but men as well, at a certain point in life, you single, the playing field gets very slim for you. You know what I'm saying? This is just honest. This is not about being washed up. This is not about being damaged goods. This is about, at a certain point, the older you get, the more you're either going to have to settle or date somebody younger than you. That's just what's going on. And when we say settle, it's like we both in the same position. Let's make this work type thing. Or you're going to go down in age and open yourself up to what that other person brings to the table. And again, this is across both genders. This is men as well. I've seen this my entire life. Niggas that want to be single their whole fucking life. Niggas that want to be players. Niggas that want to play the field until they get their ass played out. The money ain't coming in the way it used to. Your face card ain't the same as it used to be. Right? Your ride ain't hitting like it used to. The places that you like to frequent, the places you eat at, the places you go with your boys, those ain't the same places those ain't the same places that's acceptable to take new dates no more. You know what I'm saying? You outdate yourself. So that's what it is, man. I'm gonna let her finish her little her little thing though. See what she talking about.
Men are too fucking needy, then they competitive, and then they jealous. It's always, you don't never make time for me, you don't this, you don't that. It's always complaining about what you don't do. I ain't gotta listen to none of that. I can walk around the comforts of my own home, butt ass naked, and eat a bowl of cereal if that's what I want to do. I ain't gotta worry about somebody coming in asking me, man, what you cook? You cook something? Slapping me on my ass or whatever. Just whatever it is that women go through, what I've gone through.
So you don't want to... That's what you said. You don't want to be asked to cook, and you don't want to be slapped on your ass, when it seems that there's a lot of women out there that want to be slapped on their ass, that will probably ask questions if a nigga ain't doing that. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying a lot. As far as the cooking thing, I'm a big advocate. I cook. You know what I'm saying? So that's not even really an issue. I don't want to try to internalize that on my situation any fucking way. But it just has to be said that not everybody's going to require you to cook 5 to 7 days a week, busting your ass in the kitchen. That's the person you chose.
Being in my relationships, listen, being married is something that I don't look forward to. It's not a desire of mine. It's not a need for me. But for those of you that want to do it, make sure you marry the right person. Because marrying the wrong man will set you back mentally, financially, and spiritually. Fair. And then for the men in the back that's going to get on here and talk about, well, that's why you lonely, you this. Nothing that you can say to me on this here internet is going to hurt my feelings. Because 9 times out of 10, it's coming from a bum, broke ass man. A bunch of bums. Because the only men...
I was not expecting the fucking mic reverb. Oh, shit. Wow. That was funny. Keep going.
That reply and make comments under women posts are men who ain't got shit to do. The men who actually making money, who happy in their marriage and they keep their woman satisfied, they ain't on this app responding and replying and making comments. It's only the bum ass men that ain't got shit else to do. You clocking out because you done with.
So now you're down talking to people that actually see your content, because if that's what you think of the men, and a lot of the men are that, we're not going to say that. We're not going to cap and act like they not. There are a lot. But what does that also say about the audience of the women that are watching you? Not all of them are business women. All of them may not have successful businesses. Maybe they build it from the ground up, right? Are you calling them bums too? Because they have the time, and because you say the successful men that are moving on with their life and are doing things providing, they don't basically have time to be saying what you saying. But yet you're talking to a group of women that do. So what are they? This is the type of mind fuckery that I don't be liking from these so-called coaches, these so-called life people, life hack type niggas. You know what I mean? Just because you couldn't balance your relationship or your marriage or whatever you were in with your business, and perhaps it was the person that was holding you back, your partner, that don't mean that that's going to be the same result with everyone. You know what I mean? And I just take prejudice to that shit. I don't like that shit. Keep going though.
Work. You don't even want to pick up no extra hours because you want to do the bare minimum. It's only y'all that's on these apps under women, videos and making comments. One thing I don't do, I don't comment on other people's stuff. Because, we all got an opinion and we all live a certain type of reality of life. It's just that in my reality and what I've seen, there are more miserably married women than there are happy. Now, like I said, if you're a happily married woman, congratulations to you. But the majority of the women that I know personally that are married are unhappy. They miserable. For whatever reason, a lot of them are dealing with very narcissistic men. Men who will rather compete with their woman than collaborate. All they do is complain. Y'all the new women. I promise you, all that nagging and complaining and that needy shit, a lot of y'all don't even know. A lot of y'all wouldn't even function in life properly if you didn't have your woman to help you. That's why, and case in point, two married couples, been married for years, right? Say the wife dies. Just say the husband died and she becomes a widow. 9 times out of 10, that woman is going to remain single. She's not going to remarry because listen, she said her husband gone, but she also relieved and she ain't trying to do it again. Majority of the men who lose their wife, majority of the men who become widowers when their wife die, honey, check and trust and believe that rebound relationship, that rebound woman gonna be at the repast fixing her a plate of fried chicken and potato salad. Because men can't stand to be alone. Y'all don't get it. Y'all need women more than women need y'all. That's just what it is. Majority of the men that I know, they can't stay single. They got to always have somebody because they don't know how to function without a woman. Women, we just fine.
Wow. Oh my God. Ask Tiffany T. Common sense coach. She calls herself a common sense coach. I didn't even know all this information until the video was over. Man, oh man, oh man. So I won't go too hard on Miss Tiffany T. She made some good points in there. If you're dealing with a partner that's competitive with you, that sees your success as something that they need to compete with, or makes it feel like, they aren't adequate, they're not doing enough, it makes them feel like less of a man if you're outdoing them in some form or fashion. Yeah, perhaps that's not the person you want to be with. Perhaps that's probably not the type of person you would want to be with in life, whether that's a friend, family member, partner, business partner. You don't want to be with anybody that looks at your success or what you have going on as a red flag as to why they're not on the same level, right? Oh, I can't compete with you. Not supposed to be in this together, right? If you got $1 million, we living right. If I got $1 million, we living right. We both got $1 million. Excellent. You got $1 million, I got 500,000, or vice versa. Hey, we making this shit pop. Anybody that's trying to compete with you on that level, you wouldn't want them in your circle no way, because there's no room for envy and ego and all of that type of shit in a relationship of any sort, right? So again, these are personal choices. These are decisions. If you don't leave, if you don't put that person in their place and go about your life, you're now basically allowing yourself to become a victim of your own circumstances. That's all I can really say. And I feel like I'm very qualified to say that, because I was that person years ago, feeling like somebody was holding me back, but I wasn't necessarily, ready to pull the plug on the situation until the situation pulled its own plug, right? And then I said, I am not going through this shit again, right? 5 years later, here we are. We both shining, right? I'm a little behind on this YouTube shit. I ain't been on YouTube as long, but we trending upward. You know what I mean? We doing this shit. I got my music thing. You know what I'm saying? I got my music and TV and films. Like, we gonna do what the fuck we gonna do. It's a partnership. So anybody that is taken away from that, it's very easy to just, this is not the person I need to be with, right? It doesn't mean that you got to remain single for the rest of your life. Doesn't mean that you got to remain unwed. If that's not your interest, cool. But why put that type of energy into making a statement like that when you could just tell people, hey, if you're in a relationship that's toxic, if you're in a relationship that's prohibiting you from being your best self, perhaps you should walk away. Maybe that was too quick. Maybe that was too easy to say, but that's the simplified, abridged version that I would give out. All right, Miss Tiffany T. And best wishes to you on your single path, and best wishes to your friends in their married life. Hopefully they can figure it out, get some counseling or something like that, or maybe they'll get the nuts to go their separate ways and do what it is that they really want to do in this life. You know what I mean? And that's basically how I see it. Y'all can let me know what y'all feel about this in the comments. I'm sure y'all already are dropping your feelings, but I'm not here for the bashing of the opposite sex. I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to this stuff. If I feel somebody's right, cool. If I feel somebody's wrong, I'm gonna let you know, right? And the final thing I want to get into for the day is Method Man's daughter, Chey. I did not know that she was an artist. I think Method Man has a male. Oh, that's stupid. He has a son that also wants to take part in the music industry or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But his daughter, Chey, is dead ass serious about it, right? Did not know that she received a co-sign from Trina back in last month of this year. She was actually brought on stage to perform with Trina for her song, one of her songs. And, Trina says, I always like to show love to people, right? She says that bringing her on was an inspiration, right? When it comes to Chey, she says, we told y'all I was taking over, right? Trina, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you and respect you so much for everything you do for upcoming artists. Perform for a sold-out show in Detroit. I still can't believe it. I'm so grateful, right? She has a song out called Bougie and Ghetto. And she also has another song called Hair and Nails. So apparently, she's jumping into the lane of what the popular ladies are doing. I think she does have a little bit of an understanding of, the tenets of hip hop and rap. I think she probably had to get that from jump. I mean, her father is a pioneer of the Wu-Tang Clan after all. But it's dope to see that she's not just using nepotism to get in the door. She actually has a level of skill. And I want to show y'all this level of skill and versatility that she has with this Sway in the Morning freestyle. So I'm going to pull that up for y'all, and then we're going to get into it. All right? Let's get it.
Yep. Sway in the morning. Chey. Yo.
This sound like 150 in a S-Class, speaking on my name while I'm on to the next bag. Tell them hoes stick to what they best at, showing less ass, cooking shit like a meth lab. Walk on beats, I don't need antics, killing these hoes, I ain't trying to spare shit. Rather be catching a tan, getting pampered. Niggas know I'm in here, no dandruff. Can't fuck with no lames, I got standards. I got edges, walls, manners. They can't stand it, bagged by Jill Sander. Designer drip, confident. Hoes better catch up like a condiment. Old niggas trying to break down the lines I spit. No, can't pay attention to the commentary while you ride the bench. Yeah, I thought I told you, shy never penoid. See boy, I bubble in the cut like a keloid. Money ain't nothing, it ain't something that I have to sweat. Armani Bulgari, I'm following the alphabet. Cavalli Dior exchange, my checks change. It's like a live fire, I spit dead flame. Tell them hoes get they bars up. Princess of hip hop got started. Hey, get your bars up. Get your bars up. Hey, get your bars up. We gotta hang it up in here.
All right, so that's Chey, Method Man's daughter, on Sway in the Morning. She definitely bodied that. You saw she was able to hit different pockets in the beat. She had pretty solid punchlines. I mean, she ain't the greatest puncher, but nobody today is, right? That's a kind of a lost art, is being able to like really hit punchlines hard and still focus on flows and stuff like that. But like I said, she's able to find different pockets within the beat. She could switch her flow up. She could kind of slow it down. She could speed it up. She could talk her shit, pop her shit. You know, she grew up rich, grew up with money, so she could talk money shit without not being convincing, because this is really her real life experience based on whatever she got going on. And I think she might be, you know, I don't know what her situation is. I don't know if she's signed to a label. I don't know if her pops is like heavily invested into her at this level, right? But she definitely wants to show and prove, which I think is a great thing. I'm actually looking up to see what she has out that is on the market. And also, I want to see who's behind her, who's backing her. So as of right now, it seems she's with a label or imprint called Smoke Media Group. Sounds to me like that could be something that her dad started, or maybe they started together. I don't really see a lot of information out there about Smoke Media Group. So I don't know exactly who's there, but I'm quite sure it's got something to do with meth, you know? The Big Smoke Media Group. This is Big Smoke Media Group. I don't think that's the same. Nah, so I don't see Smoke Media Group. SMG, it's Shy Time. So maybe this is a label imprint that she started herself. You know how much her father is into smoking. Maybe she picked up on that as well and decided to start her own independent imprint. That's what it's looking like. There's no other artists showing up on this Smoke Media Group page. So, you know, shout out to Chey. And we'll see how things go. She may have like a partner that she's doing this with, but right now she's doing it independently, and she talks about her interest in wanting to do things the right way. So she says a lot of people would say that he could just make a call and put me on, and that she's talking about her dad. She says, but at the end of the day, you got to put in the work. Okay. She said he could do that, but he'd rather see me work for it and really push, but he's going to support 1,000 gajillion trillion %, but he wants to see the work too. When it comes to the Trina connection, she says, because she is the #1 female rapper when she does rap, there's no sleeping on the queen. It's just one of those things. Of course, it's the Queen Beyonce, but when you hear in a song and it's rapping involved, like, oh my God, it's more inspiration. Hold on, no. She's talking about, that's fucking Trina talking about Beyonce. I'm like, what the hell? I don't like how these articles be putting shit together. That was unrelated. Anyway, so shout out to Chey. Shout out to Method Man. And I want to see what she does next. I'm excited. I'm going to actually check out more of her music. Those 2 singles that I told y'all about, Hair and Nails, and then the other was Bougie and Ghetto. I'm going to check those out this evening to see what she's talking about. And hopefully, you know, maybe a year from now, we'll see her kind of making her mark, getting on some of these stages, getting next to some of these other ladies that are in the industry that are doing it, getting some features popping off. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would like to see, is her actually get in the conversation, get in the mix, and showcase her talent next to the big dogs and see how she can hold up. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates. Y'all know I'm going to be back right tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, with more shit to talk about. Hopefully at some point we're going to get a Kendrick Lamar response, diss record, so that we could get back into the thick of this ongoing battle, this World War III in the hip-hop game. But till then, I'm making do. We making shit happen. We getting conversation popping, and that's what it's all about. All right. So, insiders, I'm on my way out, and I will catch y'all back in here tomorrow. All right. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.